Andrew Tucker, and welcome to Andrew Tucker World. What's going on, all my great people? What's going on, all my boxing fans? So I run across an article. Shout out to Sky Sports News, Sky Sports. Shout out to Sky Sports. So I ran across this article. Tyson Fury wants to fight Oleksandr Usyk. A fight for undisputed. Tyson Fury wants to be undisputed. I mean, I don't blame him. He wants to be undisputed. He wants to fight Oleksandr Usyk. That's the next fight, of course, according to this article, which I'm going to read. According to this article, Bob Arum wants to try to get this fight, so to unify all the titles, right? Wants this fight, and this fight should be next, which is Fury and Usyk. That should be the next fight. That Joshua want to work out some type of deal to have Anthony Joshua, who's already activated his rematch clause, wants him to step aside and fight the winner of Fury and Usyk, right? But I got a problem with this situation, because the thing is this: Joshua is not stepping aside. Joshua is not going to step aside. It was already. I'm pretty sure they made a deal. They came to an agreement. It was already a done deal. It was already planned. When they signed the contract. When they was in negotiations. When they was negotiating. I'm sorry. And when they was able to come together and make the fight happen. It was a part of the plan. It was a part of the deal. Anthony Joshua activated. Of course, he activated his rematch clause because he wanted an immediate rematch. So what that means, right? The fact that he wanted an immediate rematch, that means that he is not stepping aside. He wants that fight. He wants Oleksandr Usyk to be his next fight. And I already know Oleksandr Usyk is okay with it. Oleksandr Usyk feels he can beat Joshua. He feels he's the better fighter. Much love and respect to Anthony Joshua. Much love and respect to Oleksandr Usyk. I feel it's going to be a great fight when it happens next year, sometime in March, I believe. I believe March or April. I believe March. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Anthony Joshua, it's already a done deal. He's fighting Usyk, and I know Usyk is not going to pull out of that fight. I mean, at the end of the day, come on, there's a lot of money on the table. It's a big fight with Anthony Joshua, which is the cash cow of boxing. So at the end of the day, he's not going to pull out of that fight. He got a chance to beat this guy and make another big payday. He got a chance to beat, which is going to be a difficult fight, a tough fight for both fighters. Like I say, much love and respect to Anthony Joshua, much love and respect to Oleksandr Usyk. Both of those guys are great fighters, and it's going to be an epic battle. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a little different from the first fight, I can tell you that. But I got a problem with this situation. The Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte, has been waiting for a long time. It was once upon a time in his career, he was reinstated at, to be put back in be back in that position as number one contender. The WBC never considered him as a mandatory or nothing like that, or anything of that nature. Never considered him as a mandatory. The fight was never ordered or nothing like that. Because of course the WBC, they have guys that that they look out for. They have fighters that they look out for. We already know that. No disrespect to no fighter, but they have fighters they look out for. Certain fighters like a Deontay Wilder. Now Tyson Fury, for a perfect example. Because the thing is this: Dillian Whyte has been waiting. He once upon a time he had to get reinstated. He had to fight this fighter, fight that fighter, fight this fighter. So to be put in the position to fight for the WBC title. He's number one contender. If you want to follow the rankings, as far as the WBC rankings, he's the interim WBC heavyweight champion, the interim. So that means he's in position to fight. He's the next man up to fight. So you can say number one contender, but he's really been a mandatory. He was a mandatory a long time ago. At the end of the day, the WBC has really not. They have never been in Dillian Whyte's corner, and they never have been in the fact that the WBC, that sanctioning body, have never been on Dillian Whyte's side, because the fact that he had to wait over two years, maybe longer, to get his title, the title shot that he deserved. The title shot that he deserved, the title shot that he earned, especially when you look at the rankings and follow the rankings. Of course, you got to, sooner or later, you got to give the next man up that title shot and that opportunity. He has been the next man up. Yet he lost the interim after fighting this guy, fighting that guy, fighting this guy, and then here comes Alexander Povetkin. He loses. He gets knocked out by Alexander Povetkin. You know what I'm saying? He loses his position. You know what I'm saying? But get his position back. And now Alexander Povetkin is the guy. You know what I'm saying? It's that guy. You know, now in that position. You know what I'm saying? Next up. But he comes back to knock out Alexander Povetkin and put himself back in position. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, he's earned the title shot a long time ago. He's been the number one contender, and I'm going to say it, mandatory a long time ago. He's been the guy in that position. I feel it's only fair. See, Joshua's not going to step aside. If you forget about that, I'm okay with seeing Fury and I'm okay with seeing Fury and Usyk. Two very fundamentally sound fighters, very skilled heavyweights. I'm okay with seeing that fight, but I'm a guy that believes in being fair. I'm a guy that believes in being fair, and being fair is giving a man that's been waiting for a long time finally give him what he earned, and what he well deserved, and that's a title shot. Dillian Whyte deserved the title shot a long time ago. The fact that he had to wait and go through all of this and had to how they're doing Dillian Whyte and treating Dillian Whyte, I'm not okay with it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that should be not Tyson Fury's next fight. You know what I'm saying? Why Dillian Whyte have to wait on a winner? Have to wait. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're saying that Anthony Joshua can let them go ahead and fight. According to Bob Arum, let's get into this article real quick. According to Bob Arum, he wants Anthony Joshua to fight the winner of Oleksandr Usyk. He feels let them go ahead and unify the titles. Let them go ahead and fight. Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, let them go ahead and fight, which I'm okay with. Undisputed. Undisputed is big. You know, to unify all the titles of Undisputed bout is big. But it was already a done deal. You know what I'm saying? And I know Usyk is the type of guy that's not going to pull out a fight. The fight is already pretty much a done deal. Anthony Joshua activated his rematch clause for a reason, and that's going to be the next fight. Joshua versus Usyk is the next fight. You know what I'm saying? So Tyson Fury, what he can do, while waiting on the winner, you know, what he can do is take care, which I believe is his mandatory, which is Dillian Whyte. It haven't been ordered, and whatever they just doing Dillian Whyte wrong. I know what's going on. I can read between the lines, and I know what's going on. No, Tyson Fury preference is to fight Oleksandr Usyk next. I'm sorry. Tyson Fury preference is to fight Oleksandr Usyk, not Dillian Whyte, says promoter Bob Arum. Tyson Fury would prefer to face Oleksandr Usyk rather than Dillian Whyte. Promoter Bob Arum has revealed to finally become undisputed heavyweight champion. The WBC did not officially order a mandatory challenger to Fury's title at their annual convention on Tuesday night. They had been expected to grant Whyte a shot and end his lengthy wait. See, I'm gonna repeat this. I'm gonna read this again. Because they're telling the truth. It was a very lengthy wait. It was a long time waiting. It was a long time, over 2 years, maybe longer, that he had to wait and he's still waiting to get his title shot. That he's in position to get, which is a title shot. It's just, I don't like it. But the WBC did not officially order a mandatory challenger to Fury's title at their annual convention on Tuesday night. They had been expected to grant Whyte a shot and end his lengthy wait. IBF, WBA, and WBO champion Usyk is set for a rematch next year with Anthony Joshua, who triggered his option for an immediate second fight. Top-ranked promoter Arum, who promotes Fury in the U.S., told Sky Sports, while his mandatory challenger was not named, Whyte's people had brought an arbitration proceeding against the WBC. The WBC said they would not grant Whyte a mandatory position while the arbitration is pending. That was appropriate. That was appropriate. Fury may end up fighting Whyte. We'll see. See, he had to go the arbitration route. Now he has to force Tyson Fury to get in the ring with him. Now he has to force this man to give him the title shot, to give him his title shot, to give him the title shot that he's earned a long time ago. It was the same situation with Dillian Whyte. Now it's the same situation all over again with Tyson Fury. This man, Dillian Whyte, has been earned his title shot. He's been interim champion, lost it, gained it back, and once upon a time was reinstated. Had to go through a lot. Had to go through hell and back just to get, and still it's still a struggle over the two and a half years, maybe longer. It's still a struggle and still a battle of getting what he earned, a title shot, getting what he well deserved, a title what he well deserved, a title shot. It's a struggle. It's a battle. They're not in his favor. You know what I'm saying? Which is a great fight. You know, Fury versus Whyte is a great fight. You know, stylistically, it's a great fight. Trust me. You know, so top-ranked promoter Arum, who promotes Fury in the U.S., told Sky Sports why his mandatory challenger was not named. Whyte's people had brought an arbitration proceeding against the WBC. The WBC said they would not grant Whyte a mandatory position while the arbitration is pending. That was appropriate. Fury may end up fighting Whyte. We'll see. So this man is forcing this man to get in the ring, and he went the arbitration route, and the arbitration is pending, so he can get his title shot. Like it's only fair and it's only right to grant the interim WBC. If you go according to the rankings, a WBC interim champion, and the number one contender is the next guy up to fight for the title. Now the fact that they didn't give him the mandatory position is because we already know why. It's because that they're not in his favor. They're not in his favor. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, in a way, they're gonna protect a certain fighter or protect a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So we already know how that go. But at the end of the day, what's right is right. What's fair is fair. Dillian Whyte deserves a title shot. He deserves his title shot. Give that man his title shot. Usyk and Joshua is fighting next year. That is Joshua's next fight. That is Usyk's next fight. Unless some type of situation was to take place and Joshua agreed to step aside for a certain amount of money and agreed to certain, but he's a cash cow. You know, he's all about fighting the best, and he's all about handling his business. He believes he can beat Usyk. He activated his rematch clause. He wanted an immediate rematch. It's no step aside. It's no nothing. Joshua is a true champion. He's a gladiator. He's a warrior, and he believes in his ability. He believes in his skill set, and he believes that he is one of the best. So to be considered one of the best, you have to beat the best, and he feels he can beat Usyk. That's why he activated his rematch clause, because he wants to go in there, you know, which he came up short against the very skilled, fundamentally sound Usyk, but he believes he can beat this guy, so he activated his rematch clause. No step aside, no nothing, not waiting on no Fury and no Usyk, none of that. Joshua no, and I'm pretty sure Usyk is going to go forward. You know what I'm saying? Honoring, you know what I'm saying, the rematch clause. You know what I'm saying? And what they agreed to. You know what I mean? So, you know, he had to force. It's a shame that a fighter has to go the arbitration route and force a fighter to step in the ring, especially when that fighter is in position and next up to fight for the title. And we already know, once again, why they didn't order the fight, or why he's not considered a mandatory. We already know. I don't even have to go into the reason why. I don't have to even go into it, because we already know. Whyte is an excellent fighter. When the time comes, it will come soon for Tyson to figure out his next opponent. Then Whyte should be at the top of the list. The WBC had previously said that Fury and Usyk had 30 days to agree a fight, or Fury would be ordered to face the WBC interim champion Whyte. but Joshua's decision to force a rematch with Usyk meant no talks took place. The deadline expired without a decision on who Fury will face next. The alternative is that if Joshua decides not to exercise his rematch against Usyk and decides to step aside, the fight we would like to make is between Usyk and Fury, Arum said. This is a fight to unify the titles once and for all. Then Joshua can fight the winner of the undisputed fight. Whyte can stand in line and fight the winner ultimately. That's what Tyson would like, and I represent Tyson. That is his preference. If they want to fight each other, which I believe they do, I would facilitate it. Well, the thing is this, Bob Arum, you can force and do whatever you want. Anthony Joshua is fighting Usyk next. You know what I'm saying? He is the cash cow. At the end of the day, he's not taking no step aside money. He's going to make good money fighting Usyk. Former cruiserweight, undisputed champion, unified heavyweight champion, 2-division world champion. He's not going to take any step aside, because it's not going to be more than he's going to make in a fight against Oleksandr Usyk in the rematch. Joshua's not going for it. Joshua's not going for it. So you can forget about that. You guys let me know about how you feel about this situation. Should Tyson Fury finally give Dillian Whyte the opportunity he deserves, and finally give that man a title shot? You know what I'm saying? That he's been in position for a long time. He lost the position, regained the position, and been waiting for the title shot that he should have got a long time ago. So is it right? Let me know in the comment section. Do you guys agree with me? Tyson Fury needs to fight Dillian Whyte next. Finally give him the title shot that he's been waiting for over 2 years, maybe longer. And then and Joshua go ahead and fight Oleksandr Usyk in their rematch and get the rematch out the way. You know, get their rematch out the way. Or do you agree with Bob Arum? Fury versus Usyk need to happen next. I know people are going to have difference of opinion, but you guys let me know about this situation. I feel Fury needs to go ahead and fight Dillian Whyte, give him his title shot, while Joshua takes care of Usyk take care of their rematch. I feel that that's what needs to take place. You know what I'm saying? But I'm okay with undisputed. So I can understand where you guys may, how you guys may feel. It's difference of opinion. People may see it different from how I see it, or people may agree with me because I see it both ways. But at the end of the day, I feel like right is right and fair is fair. Dillian Whyte deserves a title shot, and I feel like Fury next fight should be Dillian Whyte, while Joshua and Fury get their rematch out the way. Andrew Tucker World. More videos is coming. More live streams is coming. You guys make sure you hit the like button so you'll be notified, and make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button so you'll be notified when a new video is released, and more videos and more live streams coming. Much love and respect to all you guys, and I'm out.